Hey guys, Cadence here. I'm currently back home in Virginia in my basement, in my train room. I wanted to make a quick little intro before this video starts. I wanted to first apologize that this video is a little bit rushed. I had kind of had to like balance doing this unboxing with packing up to go home and stuff. And we had a show last week with my band in Knoxville and things just got all kind of hectic. So I sort of had to rush this video and rush this unboxing, which I usually don't want to do. I want to put as much time into my videos as I can, but unfortunately could not do it with this one. Because of that, I forgot to film a couple things, which I'm going to run across the screen right now. There was a Bachmann Shea in this lot. There were 3 Aristocraft Southern Pullmans in this lot. There was a Lionel UP2442, I think was the wheel configuration on it. And there was a couple of random things, but wanted to apologize for kind of having to rush this video. I hope you guys do enjoy it though. There's some cool stuff in this lot for sure. And I'm looking forward to showing you guys all the stuff I've got planned for 2024. In the meantime, enjoy this video. Keep an eye out for new videos coming very, very soon. And I'm excited to move into the new year with you guys. Thanks again for watching. Well, guys, yesterday was a great day for trains. I was able to pick up a huge G-scale and O-scale collection. I think there's some other stuff thrown in there too. But as you can see, my van is full of train stuff. And you guys know what we're going to do today. We're going to go through and look through exactly what was in this collection that I was able to pick up yesterday at work. So stand by and we will get this stuff into my living room and take a look at what exactly we have here. So here is our first box. Let's take a look inside and see what we're working with. So this first box had a couple of interesting things in it, but overall nothing too crazy. First of all, we have a Mr. Potato Head set, which is not necessarily train related, but I will still definitely sell it. Here is a big G-scale barn. Here is a custom O-scale auto rack. This is actually made out of paper and it's pretty cool. Somebody definitely spent some time on that. It won't be extremely expensive though, I can guarantee you that. Here is a bit of an El Cheapo kind of Christmas junky thing. That's not really gonna be worth a whole lot either. This, I don't really know the story on. It's just some kind of big train decorative thing. This is like probably the best item in that box, an LGB G-scale gondola. Here are 2 Annie and Clarabelle cars. I think this is from the Lionel G. Gage Thomas they did back in the day. And here is the tender for one of those El Cheapo G-scale sets that I always rag on. And last but not least, we got a couple of HO or 00 items. Here are 2 Hornby passenger cars. And here is a Baltimore, Ohio passenger car. Let's take a look in the next box. Okay, here is box number 2. And I think this is where things are gonna start and get pretty interesting. So let's take a look and see what is inside. All right, this box had some pretty unique stuff in it. First of all, here's a Bachmann Big Haulers Pennsylvania G-scale hopper. That's one of the nicer Bachmann G-scale rolling stock pieces that I've seen. Here is probably the most interesting Thomas I've ever seen. I think this is custom. I think they've put some kind of mark chassis under the shell of maybe a Lionel G. Gage Thomas. I'm really not sure, but that is certainly a one-of-a-kind piece right there. Here are just a couple, you know, El Cheapo plastic G-Gage, New Bright kind of thing. Not really going to talk about those a whole lot. Here's another Pennsylvania piece of rolling stock. This is a flatbed. I think this is an Aristocraft one. Here is the tender for a Rock Creek and Southern Bachmann Big Hauler engine. I'm sure the engine's probably here somewhere. And then here's an Aristocraft work caboose. And last but not least, here's a shell to an LNNB unit, HO scale. It's got a bunch of parts to the flatbed inside of it, which is pretty goofy, but those are there too. Let's take a look in the next box. Okay, and here's our first complete train set in this collection. This is one of the Bachmann Big Haulers G-scale sets. These are super common. I get these all the time. This is my first time getting one of the Christmas themed one though. You guys know how I feel about Christmas themed train sets. Not really my thing. I also don't think that's the right engine for the set. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a different engine that goes with that set. Box is pretty beat up, but it is just in time for Christmas time, so hopefully this will move pretty quick. Usually G-scale stuff does pretty well in the store, so I'm excited to see how this one will do. I'll have to tape up the box a little bit, but other than that, nice looking set. All right, and here's our second complete train set from this lot. This is probably the nicest Bachmann Big Hauler set I've seen. This is the Pennsylvania 460 with the 2 passenger cars. Looks pretty nice. The black paint scheme looks really good on these really common engines. But overall, really nice set. I'm excited to have it in the store. All right, and here's our next box worth of stuff. Let's unbox it and see what's inside. All right, this box definitely had some interesting items in it. First of all, you know, some junker plastic G-Gage stuff. That's gonna end up going for like $2. I really could care less. Here is a Big Haulers combine car. Here are two Big Haulers parts engines with their tenders. Here is a, I'm not even going to talk about that. And then here is a REA Aristocraft tender, slope back tender for probably an engine that we have somewhere in here. So I'm looking forward to finding that. Here is our next box. This one should have some really nice stuff in it. So let's get it open and see what's in there. All right, this is probably the best box we've got so far. We have 3 of these really nice REA Pennsylvania passenger cars, 2 of them out of the box, 1 of them in the box. We've got this REA Burlington caboose here. We've got an REA Great Northern 242 engine and a Virginia and Truckee passenger car, also an REA one in the box. And here is our next box. I think this one's gonna have some New Bright items in there, and you've heard me talk about New Bright before in my model railroad company tier list, but maybe some of these can change my mind. I don't know if that's very likely or not, but let's take a look inside and see what we got. Yeah, I really am still not sold on this whole New Bright thing. I mean, I get the market for these affordable trains, but really there's stuff you can get for the same price that's a lot better. I think like the gold detail on this stuff looks pretty goofy, and in general, the quality's not great. What we have here is a few, I think 8 pieces of rolling stock, and then this locomotive here. Some of the rolling stock actually isn't that bad. This BN boxcar looks decent. It looks like they actually went away with the stupid gold handrails on this stuff. And it is cool that they had individually, packaged train cars and stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't think any of this stuff looks that great. It's not going to be a whole lot of money in my store. But if New Bright is your thing, I will have all this on my shelves. And here are 2 more boxes for us. These ones I feel like are going to be a lot of the kind of miscellaneous items, accessories, maybe some just total oddballs in there. But hey, I'm cool with that. So let's see what's inside these 2 boxes. So those 2 boxes were just total oddball stuff, but that's okay sometimes. First of all, we'll get this ugly piece of crap out of the way. New Bright Christmas thing, really no interest there for me at least, but a lot of cool, like new in box, new in package kind of accessory things. Bachmann G couplers, Lionel cable, Aristocraft trucks. These are great. A bunch of these rock molds from Woodland Scenics, which is cool too. A couple little HO buildings. This, I think, is like a Playmobil G-scale thing. I think it was part of a set they did. I could be wrong about that though. And then we got a big sack of G-scale wheels, and then a lot of other stuff I just didn't feel like it was necessary to pull out of the boxes. Bunch of track and parts and stuff like that, but certainly stuff that every model railroader needs, so happy about that. And before we get into this next box, let's first take a look at these 2 USA Trains Northern Pacific box cars. Neither of these had their box, but these are really nice cars. 2 of the things that I was most excited to get out of this collection. I love the NP stuff, but those are cool. But let's see what's in this box underneath them. And here are the highlights of that box. That was a totally random collection of stuff, but there are actually some really cool things in there. First of all, a little bit of an HO car here. The Chicago NMRA 76 car, Rail Fun 76. That is a really neat piece. I've never seen that before. Older truck. I think this was either a Tyco. Actually, I think this goes with whatever this is. I have no idea what this track belongs to. I've never seen this before. On the bottom, it just says Play School. So maybe some kind of battery operated set or something. I've never seen that track before. So if anybody knows more about that, please let me know. Here is something incredibly unique. I've never seen this before. This is a track diagram maker. This is like a stencil that you can put and draw out your track, and it's got each different kind of LGB track piece on there. I've never seen that. Some kind of old school accessory there, probably like a Markland thing or something. A couple random beater O-scale tenders. And this G-scale track with some ballast attached to it makes me think that was probably part of a display or something. But certainly a random collection, but some very cool stuff there. Let's check out the next one.